So Sanjeev, to that point, which I think is a really valid one, you live in a world where you look across all these retailers, look across all these marketplaces, capturing immense amount of real-time intelligence, which is the core of what you do. Can you talk a little about like what is one of the problems you deal with when you have to, if that's the thing you want to talk about for now, just kind of leading the jury there?
Sure. So it's a very big challenge. I think you summarized it really well. That if you want a really great shopper experience, you have to understand how shopping journeys start today. Almost no one goes through a breadcrumb structure saying, "Here's your navigation. I'm going to click on men's shirts." 80% of all shopper journeys across the world start by somebody entering something into the search bar. A consumption need, a brand name, a product name, and then ultimately buying one of the first 5 products to be displayed. So you could be carrying, large marketplaces could be carrying 100, 200, 400 million unique SKUs, but then the category lead is there, and there's private label in there, and there's unbranded stuff in there, and suddenly whatever shows up on the first 5 products on page 1 will be added to cart and ultimately convert. So the shopper experience needs to be that it needs to be seamless, that you're doing all the right tagging, and that's why every marketplace and every retailer will have their own compliance rules on what is a good PDP listing. It starts with the name itself, whether one might have a rule saying every first alphabet in the name needs to be capitalized. The other one might say you start with the brand name. Images need to have a white background, transparent background, just those rules so that shoppers feel like they're consistently on one single website. Although it's a 3P marketplace, but the experience needs to be standardized. And then you start looking at it from a brand's lens. It feels like it's friction. I have different compliance for one marketplace and the other one, and this is one geo. And then you start looking at large brands and manufacturers selling across, 1,000 plus such real estates all over the world. Different languages that content needs to go back in. Different product attributes if you're a multi-category seller. And those attributes would change dynamically based on shopper insights. So that's the biggest challenge out there. But even for brands to make more money off marketplaces, then the optimization of that product content needs to be pretty much real time. Because it's not share of search or share of shelf anymore, it's share of every keyword shelf. So where the journey starts, what did you enter into the search bar would define what pops up on page 1 and then row 1.